Yo, welcome to Sprawl and Brawl. It's episode number 60. Episode number 60. I am Wild Matt. We've been talking about a lot of MMA, a lot of random stuff too. A lot of weirdness. It's Thursday, August 10th, 2017. You can go find all our pod. It is August 10th. I know, it's crazy. Steiner over there just interrupting my
I do that all
sweet intro right there.
You know it.
Oh, well, what, interrupt me? Oh, I know this already. That's for sure.
That's what I do. Isn't that why I'm here? Is just to try to piss Curbs up? Oh wait, never mind.
Wrong button. I went to the scene with nothing. Weird. Weird how that worked.
Oh wait, yeah.
Weird how that
just
worked out.
Blackness. It's nothing there.
Whoa! I don't know. Let's not associate
blackness
with Curbs. I don't think that's a good idea. I won't even go there.
Have him come on the show and say something about it.
Yeah, okay. We'll see. Well, we know that he doesn't listen to it ever, so
yeah,
there is that. To be honest, he listened to it at least once. One time. I know that he did listen to it, so that's good. Hey, I don't listen to this show either, so.
Yeah.
I used to when I did those clips for a little bit because I wanted to get like a good little bit of stuff. I'm so terrible at my ideal plan of doing the show the whole time is that I would be the one switching the video all the time, and then I would have two people that would actually just do the show, and then I would step in every now and again. But you would be the one talking the most, Steiner, probably. Yeah. And then Curbs, hey, if Curbs was also here, it would be you and Curbs mostly. And then I'd be here pushing a lot of buttons, switching between the cameras, and also being like, hey, there's something cool that happened at 9:20 p.m.
Right.
Boop, boop, boop. Okay, cool. This is a clip. And then it would just work way easier to fucking get the word out. It would just be so much easier on me.
That is the tech. Like, if you want to be, I guess you wouldn't be host. You'd be producer.
Yes, I would just be producer. Nothing else. Yeah. Yeah. That'd be nice. But oh well.
I don't mind being host. But the thing is, yes, we need a third or fourth person to be able to actually properly do that.
Mm-hmm. And when people don't see immediate results, they tend to not stick around, which is weird. Because, look, I get it. You want 100 people to be in here live watching.
Well,
and it's way harder than it used to be, too. That's another thing that people don't realize. Well, it's because there's so many
more now is one of them.
Yeah. Back in the day when we first started, it was so easy. You went on Ustream, you were like one of 60 people. Yeah. And maybe people would click on you and you're just like, yeah, that happened a lot back in the day. Not so much anymore.
Go on Twitch now, there's like 40,000 people streaming.
Twitch, and then YouTube, the only way you'll see somebody live is if you're subscribed to them already.
To them, yeah.
Yes. Oh, hey, which you should do. We have a YouTube channel, Mega Scorcher TV. It's also our Twitch channel, which is the two places that we stream, as well as a few other places, which Steiner has been talking about, maybe just limiting that to Twitch and YouTube, but we'll see. I think we should just pick two, essentially, whatever two of those would be. Well, yeah, it would be YouTube and Twitch for sure. Yeah,
likely would make the most sense. But again, like the stuff that I guess it's Beam or no, they change Mixer. Some of the shit that they're doing on there is kind of cool for if we want to stream.
Yeah, yes. Video games.
So maybe like Mixer and YouTube, but then Twitch has always been where we are, so I don't fucking know. It's a little weird.
Well, then before that we were on Ustream.
Yeah, well, Justin and Ustream shit and stick. If you want to go way the fuck back.
Well, it's weird because I switched to Justin right at the end. Right when I was like, okay, I've always loved Justin. I've always used it, but I've never actually streamed the shows there. And then I'm like, okay, I'm going to go to Justin. Bam, they go to fucking Twitch, and then they're like, we're only video games. And just like, nope. And then I just kept going with Twitch.
Yeah.
Even if we're not talking about video games most of the time.
Yeah.
But now they allow everything, too, which is crazy.
Yeah.
There's like Mighty Morphin Power Rangers on there and stuff.
Yeah. Justin doesn't even exist anymore, correct?
No, that's gone. Yeah. It was mostly just pirators streaming stuff there now at the end. So that's why they got rid of it. Because they're just like, there's nobody really streaming on this anymore.
Right.
Anyways, and then you can find us on Apple Podcast. We're available on YouTube as a VOD as well. So you can watch us after the fact. So there you go. wherever you watch us, just be aware that we're live. We're live every Thursday, and you can call in via Skype. I know a lot of people are like, but I like Discord. I want Discord. But Discord is kind of weird. Like, you need to be friends before you can actually accept a call. There's a bunch of shit. Hey, Skype is probably already on your fucking computer
once you're
right now.
in the conversation, you can't, like, you just get invited to a group, and then you can just join whenever the fuck you want.
Well, yeah, the group, yes, but you can call, like, an individual.
Okay.
Which is what I would want.
Yeah.
Because if it's just a whole group, then there could be 1,000 people.
Right.
Just wanting to be in the call, and then just call in all at once and just be like, well, Discord is great. It's just, it's not great for what people do on streams.
Yeah.
Unless they're all a friend and they're all in the same group and they're streaming a video game, which is not what we're doing right now.
No.
Because I've heard that before. People just wanting Discord. It's like, dude, you probably have Skype on your computer right now. Even if you didn't install it, it's probably there right now because you have Windows 10. Odds are. I'm just playing the odds.
Yeah.
And it's there.
And Windows 10 makes you update that shit.
And it's there. You can just click on it, go type in Wild Matt. You don't even need to add me. And then you just click that green call button, and it will just call me. And then I'll be like, oh, sweet. I can pick up your call. So anytime you want to, just do it. Wild Matt on Skype, even though there's no one here. But you can do it. You can do it when there is people here.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go to results. UFC Fight Night, Pettis and Marino happened. That was the main event. So that's the only fight you watched. So we might as well talk about that first.
Well, I watched the whole main card.
Oh, the whole main card.
Main card. Not main event, sorry, main card.
Well, I watched the whole thing.
Okay.
So
yeah, I didn't watch the early prelims on whatever. So I just watched the main card.
So on the pre-show, I teased a little one phrase review. Here it is. This is gonna be. I'm gonna try to do it in one phrase. Everything was good. Not period, because that would end the phrase. Comma. But Sam Alvey and Rashad Evans.
Yeah.
Literally, the whole card was fucking dope.
Yeah.
This is a fucking good event.
Those Mexicans are fucking crazy and.
Well, because a lot of Mexico cards, dude, a lot of Mexico cards. Here's how it goes.
Yeah.
Everybody gasses out and they can't fight anymore. That's usually what happens in Mexico. But this card...
Well, this time they were talking through the whole thing of like, oh, this guy came a month ago to get climatized. And, oh, this guy came like 6 weeks ago so he could get used to how high we are.
They should.
We're fucking high right now,
They
man.
should.
It's crazy.
Yeah, because even somebody from
That's
Colorado...
what Stan keep going on about is just how high we are right now.
Yeah,
we're at 7,800 feet, motherfucker.
Dude, like even somebody in Colorado would have a harder time in Mexico.
He was even comparing it to like Denver and all that shit. Of going like, we are 3/4 of a mile higher than Denver. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is insane.
What's his nickname? Is it Mr. America now or something?
The All-American.
All-American, something like that. Yeah, sure. He's the All-American. Let's say that. Let's say that's his nickname. Then yes. It's like, chill out, All-American. We get it. We get it. We're in Mexico. We're not in America. Okay? We're not in the good old Colorado mountains here. We're not fighting on top of the Rockies. We're on top of... You know, something else about Mexico City that they never, ever bring up is the fucking pollution. Like, you're fucking high up there, but it's polluted as shit, too.
I don't think it's as bad as it was like 10 years ago. I think they've cleaned up a lot.
I feel that that's most of North America. Most of North America is better than what it was. But it's still fucking Mexico City. There's a lot of people there.
Shit, what? Brian Stan was born in Tokyo?
Yeah, Mr. All-American.
What the
Born in Tokyo. Tell me more.
I'm assuming it was a military base.
Oh, probably. Yeah, you're probably
right. Damn, boy.
What's his nickname?
Let's see, man.
I'm just gonna
Jackson's.
Yeah, it's the All-American. There you go. Other names.
Okay, yeah, other names.
All-American.
The All-American.
Yeah.
It's not just All-American. It's the All-American.
Oh, he's the All-American.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah. I know. All right. So I'm gonna start off with the UFC Fight Pass prelims here. The first fight of the night was Jordan Rinaldi, and he defeated Herrera via Von Flu choke. The choke came out of fucking nowhere, and it was fast. And the dude didn't even tap. He was just out cold. And the ref was looking at him like eye to eye. He was looking eye to eye. And the dude was out. The dude was out with his eyes open, and the ref was like, okay, he's out. And then he stopped it.
I hate that shit.
The ref was spot on this finish, because he still looked like he was okay, but no, he was gone. So there you go.
Oh, so he stopped it in time? He didn't have it go?
Yes.
No,
he was out. Okay. He was gone.
No, but the referee didn't have it, he wasn't out for 30 seconds.
Oh, no, because he was looking eye to eye. Okay, I'm stopping it. And I guess he saw him go out. Yeah. I didn't really see it.
Well, I think he would go kind of cross-eyed or something if he were to go.
Because a Von Flu choke is pretty much like you're bending the...
Someone actually got another Don Flu, OSP is not the only one that's done it.
OSP and that other first dude, which was Von Flu. Weird.
Flu. Yeah.
Weird. Yeah. It was good. But the thing is like he had him twisted, so his face was facing upwards when he did it. So you could see his face the whole time.
Okay.
And yeah, it was a good ending. Anyways, it was a good start to the night. And then the next fight, also really quick, a submission rear naked choke in 3 minutes 56 seconds. Joseph Morales defeated Roberto Sanchez. So that was a flyweight fight too.
Yes.
Super awesome fight. We had another flyweight fight in the TV prelims, but that's not coming up.
No, it's not next. Yeah. Let's see.
But it's Jose Alberto Quinones versus Diego Rivas.
Yeah.
And this was a decision, but this fight was fucking good. This was an amazing fight. The two guys.
The numbers look pretty good.
Well, it was 30-27. It was pretty one-sided. But
two submission attempts for the guy who lost, and both of them had a takedown. Yes, number of strikes is a little wonky, but it's not horrendous.
No, this was a super combative fight for one that went to a decision, especially after the first two of the night. So I was not disappointed by this fight at the very least. And Jose Alberto Quinones won. And the next fight was Haniyaya versus Henry Briones. Sure. And Haniyaya won via Kimura in 2 minutes.
Shit.
Yeah, this card, there was a lot of fast fights that ended quick.
Those crazy Mexican. Well, the Mexican lost in this case.
Yes, in this case, yes. Well, I love Yaya, so I'm not against Mexico losing in this case. Usually I love the hometown people winning, except maybe Brazil sometimes. Brazil kind of pisses me off sometimes, so I'm just like, haha, you lost. I'm okay with this one.
A lot of the Brazilians are... I don't like...
But hey, Yaya is Brazilian, and I actually love him a lot. He's pretty good. So.
Yeah. Well, I think it really comes from the camp of what the issues that I have with some of the Brazilians.
Honestly, I'm just talking about the crowd. I'm not even talking about the fighters. When it just comes to Brazil, sometimes they just piss me off. But they're a lot like Canadians. They cheer Canadians and their own nationality, which... the U.S. doesn't do all that much, weirdly enough.
Well, the thing is, the U.S. is so multicultural, and everyone,
it is,
especially if you're in Vegas or something like that, people are coming from all over the fucking world.
But the only way you'll get everybody's cheers if you're American is if, I was in the armed forces and now I'm back.
Yeah.
And I'm destroying everybody. Yeah, thanks for It's just dumb. The U.S. is just weird.
Yeah,
it's just weird. But when you come to Canada, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the hell you do. You could be the shittiest person on earth. They'll be like, yeah, dude, he's fucking Canadian. It's fucking rocket. It doesn't matter what sport either. We'll fucking love you. Unless it's Canadian versus Canadian, then maybe we'll side with one. But even then, we're just Canadian one. We're cool.
Yeah. Maybe. The whole hockey thing is kind of weird to me, but yeah. People go for hockey team because it's a Canadian city, but not necessarily because there's Canadians on the team.
Oh, hey,
or
look, I get your point. I get your point. But Crosby's a big bitch. If Crosby just was not a bitch, I'd be like, hey, Crosby's awesome. But look, he's awesome.
Not that.
He's less of a bitch now because he got hit in the head a lot, and he can't really afford to get hit in the head anymore. Which is unfortunate.
Yeah, like when he first started, he was what I would say is spoiled brat. Would probably be the best way of.
Yeah, I didn't like his attitude at all.
But like he's nowhere near that now.
Oh no, for sure, for sure. I could not complain about Sidney Crosby now, but
yes,
there's so
like
many
his first
leftover,
2 seasons, it was pretty bad.
There's so many leftover emotions because he was complaining about all the time, like this happened to me, but he was doing the exact same shit. He doesn't do it anymore. Like that's the thing. Like he does skate a lot and try to not get into as much shit as he used to, because he sounds different now too. Like he's just different.
Yeah.
Got hit in the head
maturity and all. Yeah. Well,
yeah, sure. Maturity for sure. Maturity for sure.
Just coming up to the point of like he is the team leader and has to act a certain way.
Yeah, and he knows how to be more professional now. He's like John Jones. Like he knows how to put on a face in front of a camera now.
Okay, in front of a camera. Let's go with that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
For John Jones, anyways. Crosby, I don't know. Like I don't listen to hockey news all that much outside of like.
For sure.
Penguins win the cup or whatever.
Crosby's attitude for sure has changed because he's won so many championships, and I'm sure he still wants to win more. But I'm sure he's happy without him just making the playoffs or something. I'm sure he's fine with that, and then just doing his own thing. But like just listening to his voice, he sounds a lot like Forrest Griffin in the way that his voice changed over time.
And that
it's
Forrest
deeper,
Griffin's...
it's slower. It's Crosby used to sound happy. It's a lot like Forrest. Like Forrest still he still laughs a lot, but when I hear him talk, I'm just like he sounds like depressed, kind of like. But that's just brain stuff. Like brain stuff is weird.
Could be, yeah.
Brain stuff is weird. I'm not a doctor, and a lot of doctors don't understand that shit. So. I definitely don't understand any of that, except that, hey, just don't get hit in the head. Don't move your head very fast, and you'll be all right. Because riding a jet ski and riding over the waves, that can give you fucking concussions. There's so many things that can give you concussions that you don't even think about it. It's so weird. Because a concussion is just your brain like hitting your skull, kind of.
Yes.
And
that's exactly what it is.
And if you just bounce it in at the right amount,
it's severity and
it's just
severity to then what actually will happen.
Well, because have you seen like the Mythbusters where they try to take down a bridge with like just a little thing that goes back and forth? It's just like a little tiny like metal rod or something that just goes back and forth.
Yeah.
And they got that bridge moving a significant amount for how tiny that thing was.
Yeah.
And the only reason they got it is because they matched the frequency of the fucking bridge. So like imagine like your body, like that's what
like they had the reverse polarity.
Well, so they just found like that sweet spot of where like it rocks and the bar would just keep it, it matches the rocking. Yeah.
But it ends up being the reverse of what the bridge is.
Yeah, sure. Yes. Like that's how you can like in Magic School Bus, they like negated sound waves. It's like we reversed it. It's like it's weird. Sound waves are weird too. Science is weird. I would love to understand a lot of it, but then you learn some of it, and you're just like,
if you can understand a bit of it, a lot of it makes sense.
Oh yeah, sure.
Things just work the same.
Like if somebody tells me something that just makes sense in terms of science, I'm just like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, sure. I kind of get that, especially if it's not super complicated. If it has to like to do with like space and shit, I'm just like, I'll take your word for it. You seem to know what you're talking about.
Space shit's fun.
A spaceship? Did you say space shit is fun?
Yeah.
Okay.
Shit,
cool.
like the shit about space and how things work and quantum physics and all that. It's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
To the point that we know like that much of like the entire thing. From what we know and what we assume.
The space
makes a lot of things work, and is why things work certain way, like gravity and stuff. Gravity is so fucking insanely cool.
The spacesuits.
Yep.
Who? There's a who makes amplifiers for guitars? It's fucking.
There would be a couple amplifiers would be
in like the 60s and 70s.
Gibson
like
or
Gibson, and there's no
Fender Strat. Fender Stratocaster.
Oh man. Anyways, so they made like the tubes for the amplifiers. Like it's a vacuum tube, right? Like analog amplifiers.
Okay.
So if you ever get an amp, it's literally like it's almost like a light bulb in there.
Right.
And that's what actually amplifies the sound. And the same company that made... Oh, man, fuck, what company was it? Oh, it's the same company that makes all those light tubes. They discovered to make them faster, instead of making the vacuum in the tubes every time and being like, oh, this one doesn't work, we got to throw it out. This one doesn't work, we got to throw it out. The thing they did is they made a huge room that was just a huge vacuum. So they had to make a suit to go into that vacuum. And then when NASA was like, we got to go into space, they were just like, hey, we have the suit already. Here we go, guys. But I forget what the fuck company it was. One of them that makes the tubes for the amps. But anyways, that's not MMA or fighting or anything like that.
No.
All right. So the next flyweight that I was teasing earlier is Dustin Ortiz versus Hector Sandoval. This one ended in 15 seconds.
15 seconds, yeah.
15 seconds. It was just...
Ortiz got bonus.
He should.
He did.
It was the fastest KO in flyweight history.
Yeah.
Is what they said. And the fastest KO in UFC is like, was it 4 or 5 seconds? Something like that.
It's been... Well, I guess a couple of people technically tied for it, and I think it's 6 or 7.
Maybe 6, maybe 6. Because somebody beat it in Calgary, I think, right?
No,
or is it just
he tied
Calgarian?
It. No, he tied. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's shit. A former alpha male guy that has it all for Uriah Faber, then Cody Garbrandt. They did the tough together.
Oh, Garbrandt. TJ?
TJ Dillashaw's new coach, Ludwig.
Oh, Ludwig. I don't know about that. I'm pretty sure somebody beat that. And I'm pretty sure he's Canadian. Oh, what the fuck's his fucking name?
Oh, there was Jimmy.
Jimmy. Yeah, Jimmy.
Mano. No, Mano.
No. It's Jimmy.
The guy that died outside a bar.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he's dead now. That's right.
Yeah. I don't think I think he tied it. It ended up coming out that he tied it.
Because, I think they said he tied it at first, and then they made it shorter because they totally fucked him on the time. I want to say he actually has the record. Just look up his name. We'll find this out. I'm pretty sure we can find this easily on Google. Anyways, and I'll talk about this last fight on the prelims. Jack Hermanson defeated Brad Scott via TKO punches in the first round, 3 minutes and 50 seconds. This was actually pretty good, and Scott, I was expecting him to win, so I want to say Hermanson was maybe the biggest underdog.
Okay, so there are 3 people that have a tie for 7 seconds.
Okay.
Todd Duffy against Tim
Hague.
Yeah. So Chan Sung Jung versus Mark Hominick. Yeah. And then Ryan Jimmo. That's right.
That's why I couldn't get his last name.
Yeah.
Because we made it his first name.
Yes. And then Don Fry, 8 seconds. Gray Maynor, 9 seconds. Okay, no. So
just some quick notes on the main event of the prelims. Like Hermanson was the biggest underdog of the whole card, and he won. He beat Brad Scott, which was a pretty good TKO too. So
Ludwig So Ludwig was
how many seconds?
11, but he had it up until.
Who did he TKO? Recently. Was it like something Goulet? Am I getting that wrong?
Yeah, I guess it would be Goulet.
Oh, hey,
But
holy shit. I can't believe that I remembered
Jonathan Goulet.
That's fucking insane that I remembered that. I would say that I'm cheating and looking at it on Wikipedia, but I am literally just looking at this card. That's literally all I'm looking at right now on my screen. So, talk about this card. It's actually starting with the main event, or the main card. A bantamweight match between Andre Sukumtot and Alejandro Perez, and this got fight of the night, right? Oh, none awarded. But I would say that this was my fight of the night. These two dudes went fucking at it. I have no notes, but holy shit.
There was no fight of the night. They just gave out four performance bonuses.
Yeah, they gave out a lot of performance bonuses, which makes sense because there was a lot of fucking finishes at on the card. So, but yeah, no, this fight was definitely my favorite of the whole card. So it's just back and forth, just dudes fucking swinging at it. I think there was one takedown in the whole fight. Do you have those numbers in front of you? There was
that fight.
Yeah, the first fight of the main card.
My browser went stupid
because Andre Sukumtot is the Asian sensation.
Okay.
Yes, that's. I definitely remember his nickname. He's from New York though. He's from Long Island.
One takedown.
Hey, yeah. I just got that off the top of my head too. No, this was a fucking awesome fight. This is a fucking awesome fight. It could have went either way, I thought. I'm a little biased towards Sukumtot, so I probably would have gave it to him, but it went to the Mexican. Damn you, Mexico. No, I can't. Honestly, this fight was amazing. They both looked good after this fight, so nobody really ended up looking like a loser, even though in the record books there's a loser.
Yeah.
That's how it goes. And then the real stinker and loser of the night right here, Sam Alvey versus Rashad Evans. Terrible fight. Rashad Evans won the second? And then Sam Alvey won first and third?
Evans got a takedown in the second, and then he got a takedown in the third as well. So I want to say first and in the first.
I want to say first and third is what I would give to Alvey. Maybe it was this.
I don't know.
Either way, this fight fucking sucked. They were both tentative, just standing there, not doing much.
Yeah, Alvey looked very exhausted without doing really anything.
That Mexico. This is the fight that affected it. The one fight on the card that affected it.
Yeah, I know. Everything else. Well, not everything. Like freaking Sergio was a fucking boss. Like, okay, we'll talk about that.
That fight was amazing.
Holy shit! Yeah. But yeah, this fight was fucking horrible. And
then
Evans
Sam Alvey
looked tired, but he was trying shit. Alvey just looked fucking tired from the go. Now, when I say he was trying shit, he was wrestling. He wasn't MMA fighting. Yep. He was wrestling.
Yep. No, he was trying to one leg at one point at the third, where just like, okay, that's not going to do anything.
it was pretty bad.
It's a boring fight.
Let's just leave this alone and go to the
No. So a post fight, Sam Alvey, he's like, I learned Spanish. I want my interview, and they didn't give anybody an interview after this fight
because it was fucking horrible.
But post fight, Sam Alvey said that he wants to beat everybody that has beaten Henderson before, so he's like on a He's on a hunt to kill his protege or his mentor's past losses.
Yeah,
and he called out Vitor Belfort.
Which isn't in the UFC, so I don't.
Does he have one fight left? He has one fight left.
He does. So how did that work when he was in Bellator, though?
No, he wasn't in Bellator. What are you talking about?
Oh no, Vitor. Oh, sorry. I'm thinking. Okay.
You think about Vanderlei Silva?
Vanderlei.
Oh, he's long gone.
Yeah.
He's gone.
So yes, you're right. Vitor has one more fight.
Yeah.
And that actually kind of makes sense.
Well, so actually, Vitor replied on his Instagram. He said, "Let's do it in Vegas. Send me the fight requests." And he's like, "Let's do it." And he's had a picture of Sam Alvey and a picture of himself. And then he also said, "I'm going to be the first one to knock out the smiling Sam." And then Sam replied on Twitter. He said, "Cool, I want to do it, but is that picture of you from 2006? You look good." Yeah, so that was pretty good. The post fight was more interesting than the fight itself here.
Yeah,
and then the Vitor Belfort fight would make sense.
Yeah, just where Vitor is, where he is. It does make sense.
He's slightly above Rashad Evans right now.
Yeah.
Slightly. I know. I don't know. Rashad Evans kind of sucks. No offense, Rashad. You were awesome. You were the world champ for a while. But, man, you've been terrible.
Well, he never technically defended, so...
I guess so. Leono Machida just came in and...
And then Machida got his ass kicked, and then Rio came in, and then Jones came in and is actually...
that division was fucked before Jones. It was just that title changing back and forth.
You had Ortiz, and then that held it for a long time, and then you had Liddell that held it for a long time, and then like 6 people held it for not even they never defended it, and then you had Jones come in and defend it like 8 times.
You had some pretty good people in there for a while, like Couture would have had that belt for a long time if not for Liddell.
Yes.
Like Ken Shamrock might have had that belt for a while if not for
no one.
Well, I know what's his face.
Ortiz?
Yeah, Ortiz.
No.
I think Ken would have done all right for a while. At the beginning there. That was a long time ago.
As soon as you got proper MMA fighters, Shamrock was not. Ken Shamrock was not.
Yes. Oh, hey, look. Ortiz is always way above him.
Yes.
But if not for Ortiz, he probably would have been the champ.
He did lose the first fight against Ken, but he was like 3 fights in or something stupid. Like he was a rookie fighting one of the main veterans.
That was when the UFC had like pyro and shit and an actual entrance.
Yes.
Oh man, that's a long time ago. All right. Next fight, Humberto Bandené versus Martin Bravo. This ended in 26 seconds with a knee. This is all right. It was a knee. It ended quick. I was just like, well, I'm not surprised because this is how the card's been going on. I want to see finishes, and this card delivered. If you wanted to see finishes, that's for sure. Nico Price and Alan Jouban. Jouban looked terrible in this fight. Like, he got TKO'd, but the whole fight, he looked outclassed. It was only a minute and 44 seconds, but...
Oh, no, okay, I'm getting confused on... It's Frank Shamrock that kicked the shit out of Ortiz the first time, and then he fought Ken, and he beat the shit out of Ken.
Yeah, I want to say Ken and him have fought 3 times, and he lost the 3 times.
Yes. Yeah. I knew he fought a Shamrock and lost, but it was Frank. Frank Shamrock's a fucking boss. But
the thing about Frank is that he was kind of old. His whole career, he kind of seemed like an old dude.
Well, the thing is, he came in, defended the belt 5 times, and says, "Well, there's no one else to fight," so leaves the belt in the ring and walks out. Like he dropped the belt.
Like my favorite memories of Frank is in Pancrase. It's not even in UFC.
Yeah.
So he's fighting fucking what's his name?
Yeah,
Boss Rutan fucking Pancrase. That fight is fucking so good.
Yeah, so his last fight was against Ortiz when he beat him in UFC 22 in the UFC, and then he went off and did some K1, did some WEC, Strikeforce, Elite XC, and then a bunch of Strikeforce.
I want to say, I don't remember if it was Frank Shamrock that got KO'd out of the ring in Pancrase, or if he was the one doing the KOing outside the ring. Was it Frank that got KO'd outside of the ring? Man, I wish I remembered this off the top of my head.
Pancrase. He got knocked out there.
By who?
Yuki Kondo?
Kondo? Yeah. Okay, yep. Frank Shamrock got launched out of the fucking ring and landed straight on his head.
Yeah, because it says KO head kick. It doesn't.
Oh, yeah. Was it just a head kick? There's one of the fights with Frank Shamrock that somebody got like. Maybe it was a head kick that launched him out of the. Man, fuck. This is stupid because I literally just watched this fight, and I should know this.
He lost by submission, lost by split decision.
So you said Yuki Kondo?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm watching this right now on Fight Pass. I'm just gonna fast forward to the end.
They had Pancrase on that?
Yeah.
Shit.
Oh yeah. Oh, he got fucking kicked right out of the. Yep. Okay. Yep. It was that fight.
Okay.
Oh, that's amazing. Oh, Jesus. He just fell right out of the ring.
Yeah.
Knocked the back of his head right on the ground. It's a wood ground, too, like a gym.
Ooh.
So that's not good. Looking at it now is fine because, Frank is good now, but that was good. Pancrase. Pancrase is not what it used to be. Nothing is what it used to be, but, what can you do? All right. I already talked about this, but do you have any thoughts about Nico Price and Alan Joban?
He knocked him the F out.
Yep. Yep. Well, the whole fight, you could tell that Joban
don't like. Wait. This was. Oh, okay. I got it. So Joban came in on him and he got uppercutted.
Yeah.
As Nick Price was up against the cage and then just chased him down, beat the fuck out of him.
Yeah.
In like 2 or 3. I think. Yeah. Yeah.
The whole 1 minute and 44 seconds. It looked like Nico Price was just way better.
Yeah.
Faster, crisper. He looked better.
Yeah.
All right. And then the co-main event, catchweight fight, because
did we skip
Grosso,
over the Martin Bravo?
No, I brought it up. I talked about it. You were looking up at it.
He went stiff as shit, did he not?
Yes. Because then he knocked the back of his head on the canvas after the knee.
Fuck you.
I want to say that.
I thought he died.
Oh yeah, I want to say that he hit the back of his head.
Like he was rigor mortis. Like he was like stiff for like 20-30 seconds after the shot. Like what the?
And I noticed that Martin says there's like a little accent on it, so it's Martin right. Bravo. All right. Anyways, the women's fight, the co-main event. This fight was great, but Alexa Grosso missed weight by 4 pounds.
Was it that?
Oh well, 3 technically because
catch weight of 199 or 19.
Yeah.
119.
Alexa Grosso said it's because she was on her period, which that could be an excuse, I suppose. Hey, I'm not one to judge. I don't have periods, so I don't know how it works.
Like you would technically retain more water, but the thing is, you shouldn't be ingesting the water for you to be able, like.
But you're on your period, man. You're depleting something.
I don't. That's
again. I have no idea how. Periods don't affect me, so I am not one to judge that.
I don't know if that's a complete legitimate excuse, but sure.
Yeah, who knows?
I would agree it would make it more difficult, but I don't see on how it would make you not make weight.
Well, because the weight cut is like it's legitimately right at the end. You got to maintain your weight at a certain amount, but you're not. It's not like you're depleting yourself pretty much right at the end. You're not doing it like fucking like a month out.
Yeah, sure.
Well, not most fighters. They should probably do it a month out, but
the thing a month out, you're typically tightening up your diet so you can lose.
Oh yeah, your diet for sure, but cutting is entirely different. Cutting losing your water weight is different.
80% water weight, yeah.
Yeah, so if you legitimately have your fucking period right at the time that you land on the plane, and you plan to lose all your water weight, it could be. Well,
the thing is, especially in Mexico, I don't know, whatever. Gives a shit.
Well, I know, and Grosso is Mexican, so and Mexico is North America, so it's not like the time zones are that different either.
Right.
Anyways.
Most people went to Mexico City a month early just so they can get acclimatized because, 7,800 feet. So
give us the notes on this fight if you have them.
Don't have any. I figured it was going to be a split decision going into the final, that it was split. I gave it to Marcos though.
Yeah, me too.
But I was pretty sure it was going to be a split decision. I gave it to Marcos, but being in Mexico, I kind of figured that she was going to lose.
Yes and no.
That's what I kind of figured because of the crowd going ape shit and everything. It just kind of sways the judges to not judge correctly.
And so far, all the decisions did go to a Mexican.
Yeah.
Unless it was two Americans. And that fight just was terrible. The two who shall never be named.
Yeah. But yeah, I kind of figured exactly what was going to would happen because they were in Mexico. But
sure,
I
that makes
gave
sense.
it to Marcos.
Me too.
Excellent fight.
It was amazing.
Excellent fight. Like the roles that the two, like Marcos was in mount there for a bit and was almost immediately thrown back into half guard and rolled over, and like both of them were very technical and very good.
This might have been my fight of the night if not for Perez and Sukumtat. And the main event, Sergio Pettis versus Brandon Moreno, was also fucking amazing.
Yeah.
But at one point it got one-sided, and you could tell.
Well, yeah, that first round I think is kind of what everyone figured, though, is if Pettis was able to get out of the first round, he was going to win. And that just Pettis had Brando on his back for fucking 4 minutes in the first round. Yeah, 4.5 minutes, and he was able to defend against the rear naked choke for 4.5 minutes. So, like, damn, like that, like he didn't take really any damage when he had him on his back, and then it was just defend, and then the rest of the shit was pretty horribly one-sided.
Yep. It was a good fight the first round, and then after that, it was pretty much just Sergio Pettis.
Yeah.
There was one of those rounds that was more competitive, but still, it was more Sergio Pettis. And I didn't hate it. It was a really good fight for Sergio Pettis. He looked really good. And it wasn't a bad fight for Moreno either, because he was never in true danger. It's not like, oh, God, he's going to be KO'd right now, or, oh, God, he's going to get...
They're 125ers, so it is kind of like that for the most part, unless you're apparently Ortiz, and then you can just knock motherfuckers out at 125. But
yeah, and there was a flyweight fight the last card too that ended pretty quick. I don't remember who it was, but even earlier in the night there was a
wasn't that a flying knee or something like? Oh no, okay, yeah, submissions or whatever. But I like to be knocked out. Like Pettis,
knocked out doesn't happen too often.
Pettis was not going to go to the ground with him. Like his thing was just technical striking, and technical striking. And that's all he did. He just lit him up the whole fucking time with excellent accuracy. And
this event was on during a boxing event on ESPN too, so it was on at the same time. The UFC averaged 859,000 viewers. And the boxing averaged 728,000 viewers.
Yay.
So we beat boxing. But here's the thing that made the difference was 50 and older actually watched UFC. Which you would maybe think it's the other way around.
50 and over.
Yeah,
wow.
50 and over was watching UFC over boxing.
Huh.
That's what made the difference. It is weird
about that.
Yeah, and the boxing card had a pretty good main event. It was I was blank on names. I'm just going to look this up. But
you have Grasso. Oh no, sorry, that's the peak time for
Vasil Lomachenko. That's who fought. He has the current what is he the champion of? What weight class? Whatever. He's a champion of something. I'm pretty sure he won too. Anyways, no, the high point of the UFC was Alexa Grasso and Ronda Marcos. The co-main event, the women, they went 988,000 viewers. That was the high point of the whole event, which is interesting because Pettis and Moreno went the whole 5 rounds, which you would think somewhere in there they might have reached 1 million, but nope, it did not.
Interesting.
Yeah, it is, because you would think the Pettis name alone would draw a few people. But I guess not. People want to see Anthony over Sergio.
Well, Anthony looked pretty good against Miller. I'll give him that.
I always love Anthony, even if he looks meh. I'm always an Anthony Pettis fan. That's Superman. Showtime kick. There you go. Yes, I almost called it like a Superman kick or something. But yeah, that kick off the cage was so sweet. And WEC, that was when it was actually airing on TSN. They had the WEC contract the whole goddamn time, and that was like one of the 2 events that they showed on TSN the whole time. It's just like, motherfuckers, just play WEC, you assholes. You're not playing anything right now. Anyways, and TSN right now is even funnier because they have like 5 channels, and they sometimes they go like, we gotta play Sports Center, so we'll play TSN. We'll play this tennis online. You have to go online to go watch it.
Right.
Sorry, guys. We have 5 channels, but we can't play this tennis. Whoops. Sorry, guys. We can't play the start of this UFC because 4 of our channels are playing CFL right now. So you have to go online. Ugh. Fucking TSN.
CFL. Oh, my God.
Yeah, it's like our contracts are tied up with these 4 channels for CFL. So, oops. Sorry. We got to shove everything else online. At least they have that now. Oh, back in the day, it was just like you had the scrolling bar at the bottom. Yeah, we'll have this show after we're done.
Yeah.
The live event
I don't want to
watch
CFL. Continue after this live event. But wait, you're just...
And it's often less ratings, too. Come on, man.
Yeah.
The only people that watch CFL are the people that are in the actual city and crazy people.
I don't.
The only way you would watch like Ottawa versus Montreal is if you're in Ottawa or Montreal. Or again,
honestly,
crazy person.
I don't know what those TV numbers would be. Like, I would think most of the people that actually watch the game or would be at the game.
No, I'm not willing to pay that.
Well, how much are tickets? Like, I remember Toronto tickets were fucking like nothing.
Too much. There was a WWE event this weekend here in Ottawa.
Well, okay,
and it was $35, and I was just like, and I didn't go.
But like, I remember Argo tickets being like, I could get 50-yard line. Like, it would have been fair enough. It would have been 100 level, but it would have been somewhere in the middle of the 100 level for like $22.
I'm sure CFL is cheap. It has to. It has to be around $20. Like anything more than that, I'm sure nobody would go.
No, CFL here in Calgary is fucking ridiculous.
Calgary's different.
I know.
The thing about Ottawa is I think people just love going to stuff. So as long as there's stuff, they'll go.
That to a point, but like no, Calgary people go shit bananas. Here in Saskatchewan, they go shit bananas for it. I have no fucking clue why.
Because they tend to win more than the other teams, maybe?
No. Well, no, Toronto's still one of the better teams in the league, from my understanding. But no one goes to their games.
I don't know who wins CFL anymore.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It does change. Like, I don't think there's a single team that just continually wins, but
I want to say the West teams win more, like the Rough Riders and
I don't know.
The Stampeders. I want to say they do okay usually.
I don't pay enough attention,
yeah,
but like
I
have trained with the Argos.
Hey, the best football game I've ever seen in my whole life was when Ottawa had their first team.
Like, I hung out with Pinball and trained with the Argos.
Hey, Pinball's cool.
Or he is. He's
I'm
fucking
down with
boss.
Pinball. Yes,
he had me show him how you tackle in rugby, and he's like, "Dude, that's fucking awesome." He didn't say fuck, but
no, I saw him in Toronto too, but I forget where the fuck it was because
I saw him at UFC Mississauga. They trained there on the weekends or whatever.
Because it was just random. I just randomly saw him, and I recognized him. I was like, "Hey, look, that's fucking Pinball." And
I've seen it like just going through or I don't remember where I was, but I was somewhere in Toronto, and I saw him on the TTC walking through one of the terminals.
Yeah, and the Score has a lot of people coming in and out too. So, and the Score is right downtown. Well, it's Sportsnet 360 now, but whatever. It's right downtown. I wonder if they actually moved that, because if they move that, then that's in Scarborough now. So, nothing's downtown anymore.
Yeah, because Pinball called me crazy because I played rugby.
You crazy?
Pretty much, yeah. That's almost exactly. Dude, you're like 180 pounds. You're crazy for playing with those big motherfuckers.
Yep, that sounds like Pinball. All right. I watched the Tuesday Night Contender Series, Dana White's own. This was week 5. All the fights were actually really entertaining this week, to be honest. The first fight ended with a TKO knees. Shelton Graves defeated Everett Sims. It ended in the third round. It kind of stalled near the middle of the second, I guess. Sims was very tired, and Shelton Graves just kicked in. And then I guess he just decided to actually end it in the third round. He probably could have ended it in the second. And then it was bantamweights. Ricky Simon, he defeated Donovan Freelo via split decision. This is probably the most boring fight of the night, but whatever. Flyweights, Alex Perez defeated Kevin Gray via anaconda choke in the first round. I don't have much to say about it except, it was an anaconda choke in the first round. Julio Arce defeated Peter Petties via TKO punches. This fight was also good, but the main event ended with a fucking flying knee out of hell. Mike Rodriguez in the first round. It was weird because Jamel Jones seemed like he was super tired already, and Mike Rodriguez, I guess, picked up on that. And he, I guess, faked a punch, and then he went in for a takedown, and bam, connected with the knee. Yeah, I don't know what he faked, but he faked something, and then he went for a takedown. He's like, I can capitalize on this. Whoops! My face is caved in.
Yeah. Well, that happened. No, wait. What am I thinking? No, I guess that's the last event. The Pettis one that the guy, he threw a knee kick, is what he called it. But it's just calling it up as a knee here. Is when the guy just went fucking stiff and was like dead.
Yeah.
But
no, this was a full blown flying knee. Like he jumped.
I think he assumed it was going to go high or something like that. The kick and the gap, but whatever. There's two different things.
Yeah, you could just Google Mike Rodriguez flying knee, and you'll find a video. It's pretty easy, and it was a ridiculous flying knee, that's for sure. And so I guess I might as well connect this with some news items here. A lot of people are pissed about Snoop Dogg. Did you hear about Snoop Dogg in the news this week?
Call DC a little bitch.
Yeah, crying bitch, to be 100% accurate with the quote there. So all people are like, oh, he's not respecting fighters, blah, 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 blah. But then the same people go on Twitter and say the same exact shit anyways. So it's, what the fuck are you expecting from Snoop Dogg, dude? It's weird because, I'm white and, I would say 25% native. So I can say native slurs, but I can't really say the N-word. But Snoop would gladly call himself the N-word if you asked him.
Call himself, yeah.
So he is the biggest N-word. And when it comes to people who have that attitude, do you think they're fucking PC? No, they don't give a fucking shit. They don't give a shit if you're fucking crying. They're just going to call you out for crying. And that's Snoop Dogg. That is Snoop Dogg. So it's so ridiculous that people got pissed off about that. I've been watching Snoop Dogg on these fights for 5 weeks now. He sings lullabies when people get KO'd, okay? He said, okay, when somebody gets the back position, he calls it the booty position, okay? So
wow.
This is just shit that people would normally say between each other when they're at home, but it's kind of different because it's on a UFC feed. But it's an alternate feed. He gets paid. It's a weird situation. I understand how some fighters would be kind of pissed off about fighters. Anybody else, go fuck yourself. I don't care. But fighters, I would kind of understand where they're coming from and being pissed off about this. But it's fucking Snoop Dogg. What? Of course he's gonna fucking drink gin and juice and toke on the cast. Yeah. Like, what else is he gonna do?
He's apparently not allowed to toke anymore.
Oh, I kind of noticed that, to be honest. He has not toked in the last. I don't think he toked this week.
He's not allowed toking during the show, is what Faber said.
Oh, so he can't toke when the cameras are on.
Correct.
The cameras aren't on all the time, so he has
correct
time.
Correct, but he cannot do it when the camera is on.
Which is silly because it's legal in that state.
California, it's not legal.
I guess it's only medical.
Correct.
All right.
Which I'm sure he has a script, so whatever, but it's technically not legal.
Just
so
move it to Nevada for Snoop Dogg. Piss everybody off even more.
I don't think it's legal in Nevada either.
Oh, no, it is. It's recreational in Nevada now, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I know Colorado and Washington for sure. Those are the only
Nevada, 100%.
Sure.
Nevada's like it's like the new fucking why do I always blank on this fucking name?
Right. Okay, no, I do remember. Yes, because people are going to Vegas to then
just
smoke
get
up
high.
or whatever. Yeah.
Denmark. Why am I blanking on the city name? There's Canals, Red Light District. Starts with a B. Is it a B? Shit. That's where Overeem is from. Shit. I don't remember. I always blank on it for some reason. But yeah, so basically what I want to say is that Vegas is the new one of those. What the fuck? It's not Copenhagen.
No, Copenhagen's the capital.
Why am I blanking on this fucking goddamn city? I swear it starts with a B. Is it Denmark now is what I'm thinking. Oh, man. Well, I'm just going to move on because I'm not going to remember this. So, Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor have kind of been in the news this week, I suppose. So, Nevada, the commission there will review and vote on 8-ounce gloves. And they will make the decision on August 16th.
Amsterdam. You're not even close with a B.
What do you mean? A, B. It's right there. It's right there.
What?
A, B.
Oh, okay.
What do you mean I'm not close? I'm one letter off.
Okay, sure. Amsterdam. Okay.
Oh, Amsterdam. Shit. Yes. That's exactly the city I was thinking of.
For some reason, I was thinking like Armstrong, but I'm like, that's fucking Neil Armstrong.
If you would have said Armstrong, I would have probably gotten it.
Yeah, I know, but I would have sounded like a fucking moron.
But you said it anyways.
Well, after the fact. That's what I knew it started with I was pretty sure it started with an A, but it wasn't.
Oh, man. Anyways. So, yeah, 8-ounce gloves for that boxing match between Conor and Floyd.
Yeah.
That should probably happen. Why not?
Yeah, I don't see why not, all in all.
Well,
neither of the fighters are saying no, so I don't see how they could.
And Floyd has fought with 8-ounce gloves before. So when I said they're literally the weight class above the weight class I would have 8-ounce gloves. So anything above that weight class is basically 8 ounces, which Floyd has fought at that size before. So,
well, about the whole thing though, like with these 8-ounce gloves, I think that would actually end up likely working in Conor's.
Yeah, I said that. I said that last week.
Well, okay, it would work in both of their favors.
I think for sure it's Conor's, but yeah, okay.
No, but the thing is, like, with the way, like, Conor, the way the fight's likely going to happen is Conor needs to essentially finish him.
Oh, yeah, yes.
In the first 3 to 4 rounds. Because after that 4 rounds or so, Conor's going to get tired to a point. And the thing is, it's just Mayweather's going to hit more.
Well, okay.
There's no fucking question about
Real
that.
Quick,
Mayweather's going to hit more.
You say
and just with an 8-ounce glove and the amount of times he's going to get hit, he's going to get tired like he did in the Diaz fight.
Yeah, okay, so you say that Conor's going to get tired in like after the first 4 rounds, but boxing has shorter rounds and it's still the same full minute between rounds. So like he could theoretically go a little bit longer if he trains.
There's a lot of weird things about this whole fight, and that's why it's so interesting to so many people. But the thing is, it's the number of strikes. Like Mayweather's going to strike more. Do you have an issue with me saying that?
Maybe like by 1 or 2 strikes per round. Maybe
no, it's gonna be a lot more than that. It's gonna be like 10.
After the first 4, maybe, but I don't.
Okay, yeah.
Floyd doesn't strike all that much.
That's how he wins. He just outstrikes his opponent.
Yes and no. Yes and no. He outlands his opponent.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
It's super weird. This fight is super weird. I don't think Conor McGregor's gonna win. It's just what's but the thing is, Floyd gonna do?
McGregor doesn't need to actually win. If he gets the decision, he won.
Yes. Unless it was just a straight out blowout by decision.
Then he shouldn't technically make it to the decision, but he could, I suppose. But
just Rocky style, just fucking outlast.
Yeah. The thing is, I don't think McGregor's chin is strong enough to be able to just if he starts getting a beating, I think he's gonna take a beating and just take a beating, and it's just gonna get worse and worse and worse and worse. By the 10th, 11th round, he's probably gonna go down. If that's what happens.
No, I don't disagree with that.
The thing is, even if it's not a beating, if he's actually able to move and get out of the way and still tap, or I guess he's left-handed, but get in a couple of shots and it's actually somewhat even for 7, 8 rounds, he won. To the point you're talking about I don't even know if arguably the best boxer who's ever lived fighting this dude whose first professional boxing fight. Yeah. And he's maybe he's losing the round, sure, but if he's not getting demolished, he's winning. In technical speak of this guy's the best boxer who's ever lived.
I don't know about best boxer that ever lived, but I definitely agree.
I think that's where people are saying Mayweather is, though, is that he is technically not the best to watch, but technically.
Oh, I thought you were saying if Conor lasts the 12 rounds, he's the best boxer.
No. Okay, Mayweather is technically the best boxer who has ever lived.
I will. Yeah. Yep. I don't disagree with that.
I wouldn't say he's the most entertaining boxer who's ever lived, but he would be technically the best boxer.
For some reason, I thought you said Conor would be the best boxer if he lasted the 12 rounds.
No. That's the thing is, if he lasted 12 rounds against the best boxer who has ever lived.
Oh yeah, Conor would look amazing. And he could literally do anything after that. Literally anything.
In the fucking balls to boxing. That is just gonna fucking put him right up into the boxing's throat. Because you got some MMA fighter who's talking shit. Because what would happen if this was an MMA fight? He wouldn't even last 5 minutes. It'd be over.
There's no boxer that would.
Well, no, Tony whatever did against Couture, and it didn't last 5 minutes. It was fucking over. Yeah. He got that fucking or ankle grab, and it was fucking over.
You could literally get a fucking heavyweight against probably a middleweight, and the middleweight would probably still win.
Yeah, it would just, again, because of that puncher's chance with those gloves, just as long as the MMA fighter's not a complete moron, the MMA fighter's going to win 99 out of 100 times. It's just... Because
you swing.
The thing is, if McGregor can actually not get his ass kicked, he wins.
Yeah.
Or MMA wins, boxing, or say boxing loses, I suppose, rather than McGregor winning, because it's just give him another 2 years and try it again. What will happen? It's just McGregor will only get better at boxing, and Mayweather's at the top, and he might be able to maintain, but he's old, so he probably won't.
Well, so did you hear about all this Paulie Malignaggi drama this week? So
no.
He is the commentator on Showtime. If you watched any of the World Tour,
the whole
so he
gym stuff.
So yes, so the photographer for McGregor, not McGregor himself, but the photographer posted 2 pictures on his Instagram.
I thought McGregor did have a caption to it with he.
No, McGregor posted pictures posted pictures of the session, but it was nothing egregious. It was just them two in the ring.
Okay.
It was here I'm training with Paulie. Cool. That's pretty much it. The pictures though, there was one of Paulie on the ground, and then one of pretty much a picture of what looked like Conor landing a punch. So you assumed that he landed a punch and then KO'd him.
Right.
So Paulie got really pissed off about that. Because in boxing, I guess you don't really talk about sparring ever. So there you go. He got really pissed. He showed up everywhere this weekend. He talked a lot of shit about Conor. and now he's not training with him anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, apparently the knockdown or the when he was down was McGregor pushed him.
Yeah, he pushed him
because he was pissed off and frustrated because he was getting his ass kicked. So saying
it's weird though because Paulie was still giving him props. He said like the first 4 rounds he did really good, but he got tired and then I picked it up and I kicked his ass. Like, whatever. Paulie's weird because I know Paulie, but the only real reason I know Paulie is because he's a commentator. I don't really remember any of his fights. I don't really know what era he really fought in. 2001 to 2017. Is that what it said? Oh yeah. So he just stopped fighting.
Yeah.
He literally just stopped fighting. He fought Cotto. He fought Khan. He fought Broner. He fought Garcia. He's fought some alright guys. Anyways, moving on. Bisbing was in Maui this week. That's in that little place called Hawaii.
Hawaii.
Yes. And he got his car broken into twice. Somebody broke his window, and he drove somewhere else to get it valeted, and he got it broken into again. So he literally lost everything. He was in a bathing suit, and his wife / girlfriend, I'm not sure.
Yeah, significant other. They've been together for like 20 years, but I don't think they're married.
All right, well, they're common law married.
Yeah.
So she was also just in her bikini, and he has a kid too, right?
He's got two. He's got an older one, and then
okay.
A much
so he was just
one.
with the one. He was with his one daughter, I think, the youngest.
Okay, yeah. So he has an older son that's like 16.
Okay. So they were just pretty much stranded without anything. No, their clothes were all taken.
Yeah, that's got
ID, money, everything's gone. Yeah. Well, at least he's Bisbing, so I'm sure he has connections. And then later on, they went to the beach and they were swimming, and they had like a paddle board, and they just like drifted out into the ocean, and they could not get back.
Yeah, you do not paddleboard in the ocean, especially on the Pacific side, or that's then like, dude.
Well, Hawaii is pretty tiny, so I have to assume that once you get out of it, you're fucked.
Well, Maui's a little different because it's an island surrounded by small it's a small island surrounded by small islands. But yeah. Yeah,
so he was saying that they couldn't get back to shore, and he wasn't telling his daughter that he was fucked because he wanted to keep everybody controlled. And then there was a few other people too that were in danger, I guess, and they also came onto his board. And I guess lifesavers. Lifeguard is what came and saved everybody. Yeah, they pulled them in. Yeah, so there you go.
Okay, didn't he just have back surgery or something like that?
I don't know about Bisbing.
He had some sort of surgery. That's why he couldn't fight in July.
I don't know. Wasn't he drunk in July or doing?
No, well, that was the GSP thing in April or May or something like that.
Whatever.
But he was supposed to be, like he was then going to fight Whitaker or something
yeah, the winner of
he was supposed to fight Romero, but then he was injured and had to go get a surgery.
Oh, it was his knee, wasn't it? He saying it was his knee.
Okay.
I think it was his knee.
I remember he had an injury or something.
I'm pretty sure it was his knee.
I might be getting Garbrandt confused with the back.
Yeah, Garbrandt is for sure back. I'm pretty sure it was his knee.
Okay.
Yeah.
But then why would you be? I guess your paddleboard wouldn't be too bad on the knee.
I want to say that he was making that up, maybe just to keep the GSP fight alive. Talking about which, hey, that's still alive, and GSP signed the bout agreement. So as far as we know, 50% of this is done.
Yeah.
And Bisbing just needs to fight his fight agreement, and it will happen at UFC 217. 217 is in New York in November.
Yeah, it's in Matt. I don't know when. November sounds about right.
It's November or October.
7th. I want to say November 7th.
Maybe. And then Johnny Hendricks is also on that card fighting Paulo Borrachina. And Paulo, in his UFC debut, landed a fucking awesome KO. Was it his debut or maybe it was his second fight? I remember one of his
November
fights.
4th.
Yeah, TKO, his debut, March 11th, 2017.
Saturday, November 4th at the Garden. GSP versus Michael Bisping.
Yeah, and the co-main event is apparently going to be TJ and Cody Garbrandt, which connects all the dots there, funny enough.
Yeah.
If that card actually happens, that's a fucking great card.
Some people are going to make some monies.
With what fight?
Just pay-per-view buys. They're all going to get pay-per-view buys. They're going to
Oh.
make some monies.
That's what you mean.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, well, the UFC usually makes okay money. So.
No, I'm not talking about the UFC themselves. I'm talking about the fighters because I'm sure they're getting some pretty good buys.
Yeah, but they're fighting in New York, so New York's going to make that money too.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
All right. Hey, a fight has been rebirthed, reawoken, resurrected. It's coming back. Anderson Silva and Kelvin Gastelum. They apparently agreed to fight at UFC Shanghai, November 25th. Nothing's official, nothing's signed, but they both said yeah. So they already signed that fight once. So why not? Why not? Ryzen has an event on October 15th. They just announced that it's going to be a super atomweight Grand Prix, which is the women. Super atomweight. 108 pounds. And then it's also going to feature the continuation of the Bantamweight GP, which was from the last event, which had some pretty great fights in it. And then also there's going to be a super fight between... Oh, no, this is a continuation. This is the second round fight of the Bantamweights. Kyoichi Horiguchi, he was in the UFC. And he's going to be continuing into that second round. And then they have a grappling match between Kazushi Sakuraba and Dan Henderson. Dude, Dan Henderson. He's going to be doing a grappling match. Once again, he lost against John Jones. I think he should be able to beat Sakuraba. But if Sakuraba has one thing, it's grappling. But he is pretty old now. So I don't know. He's probably going to lose. All right. Coach Mike Winklejohn said that John Jones had an injured arm 2 days before the fight with DC. They were sparring during wrestling, and he fucked up his arm, and he literally could not lift it up above his head.
So who was that?
John Jones. John Jones fucked up his arm for the DC fight.
2 days before.
Yes.
Damn.
Yeah. So he didn't have full range of motion in his arm. Like he could move it. Well, okay. So when the injury first happened, he literally could not move it at all. But he started getting range of motion again. But then when he started getting it, he literally could not put his head above his arm. So
his arm, his
head. Sorry,
hand.
He could not put his hand above his head. Yes, okay. Yes, he could not do that. So
well, yeah. Again, it depends. Like you're talking like something like this or like this is a big thing though too. But
well, when you don't have full range of motion on anything when you're a fighter, that's not a good thing.
No, especially going up against
DC
Towelgate whole thing and everything.
Well, DC was not fat for this fight. I'll give him that. He looked good physically.
Well,
he
still
fight.
had to strip down naked to make weight.
Oh, sure. But
Jones just steps on like a boss with like half the shit on and just 204. Thank you. And then walks away.
Yeah. I like the fighters that just still have all their clothes on.
Yeah.
It's mostly heavyweights though.
Yeah.
Like Overeem now is just like I still have my pants on. I'll take off my shirts because I look good. But
for the photos,
we go. Yeah. Did you see Paige Van Zandt on her Instagram?
I just saw the photo, man. What the fuck happened?
It's pretty gross.
Is gnarly.
Yeah, the top of her foot.
Like holy shit! Something dropped on her. Then,
huge
like, dude,
cut.
you can see all the. Dude,
it's gross. The first time I saw it, I was just like, okay, cool. And then I saw it the second time, I was just like, okay, I don't want to watch that again. And I didn't.
That is awesome.
I have no idea what actually happened, but she was training.
Oh, she was training.
Yeah,
so
she was
that may
training,
have been
so.
a foot to the knee or something.
I don't know. It's
Because that
brutal.
might just then be split or something opposed to dent. It just for the image I'm seeing is.
Oh well, for one of the few places you probably don't want to cut is on the top of your foot because there's not a lot of stuff on the top of your foot. It's mostly on the bottom of your foot. So
yeah. Yeah, I got a massive gash on the bottom of my foot.
Yeah, that's nasty too.
You got a lot of nerves and shit there, man. It hurt.
I believe it. Stuff
like
with
it was 8 stitches in my heel.
Stuff with toes is
my
also
friend got the
weird.
doctor to do gang signs as he was stitching it up.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Chris Cyborg called out Holly Holm. She wants to fight at UFC 219, which is the last event of the year in December. That's in Las Vegas.
I'm surprised she would be waiting that long. It wouldn't be in November or something that she would want.
I
getting
guess.
on that DSP card.
I guess so. But I feel like that December card might be stacked too.
No, I'm sure the UFC will stack it, but
I think John Jones is probably going to end up fighting on that card. But who?
That'd probably be a relatively okay guess. But again, I would think he should be fighting before that. But who the fuck is he fighting?
No, well, I think he's going to be fighting Gustafsson or Anthony Johnson.
Yeah, but Johnson just lost to DC. So
I know. Who cares? Everybody lost to DC. It's a reset.
Well, it's also there's that other guy that knocked out Manawa.
Oh, Ozdemir.
Yeah,
but that fight's not. That doesn't make the money. You gotta
dude,
make the money.
He knocked Manawa out. Fucking.
Yeah, I know, but it doesn't make the money.
That's a fight I want to see. But I think. Like Rumble, I don't think he gives a shit I don't think he's training that hard to like.
What he's definitely not training.
No, I mean just like he doesn't give a shit about what like he was there for the paycheck against DC.
He would literally have to re-sign with the UFC right now to make it in time for this event. Like literally right now, he would have to do it right now so we would know about it.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, well, just he tried to wrestle DC.
Yeah, no, I'm not arguing that. His fight against DC was shit. Total shit. The only weapon he had against DC was punching him in the head, and he never did it. Yeah, and I did not enjoy that fight at all. And it's not because I hate DC. It's not. It's just because that fight could have been more. Could have been more than just fucking. What was that, 1 round or 2 rounds?
I think it was 2.
I think it was 2.
It was very soon in the second, I think, is when it happened.
Yeah, no, that fight was not good. All right. They added Teixeira versus Serkinov at UFC Fight Night 119. That's in Sao Paulo, October 28th. That's a pretty good fight, actually. 2 guys that are coming off losses. Who did Serkinov fight last? What was it? Did they both lose to fucking Gustafsson? No. Who did?
Sorry, who?
I'm just looking up. Oh, he lost to Ozdemir. Yeah, Volkan Ozdemir KO'd Misha Serkinov. And Teixeira lost to... was it Gustafsson last?
Well, he knocked out Teixeira. I don't know who...
Yeah, he lost to Gustafsson last. So they're both coming off of KO losses. So I think that's a good fight.
Yeah. Rear naked choke at second round.
Serkinov is Canadian, so he's going into enemy territory in Brazil there. I'm into it. If Serkinov could win, I don't mind the Brazilians winning, but when it comes to the main event, I love it when the Brazilians lose because it's just it's dead silence. They're all like, "Yay, we're gonna do our little lame soccer cheers," and then we lost. Damn. Pat Barry, he was on the MMA Hour, and he was talking about how for the last 2 years he was fighting his alcohol and prescription pain pills addiction. Drinking that whiskey with the pain pills, that's a bad combo. The pain pills by themselves are not a good thing. The alcohol by itself, also not a good thing.
That's a good way to fuck up your liver and need a liver transplant pretty quick.
Also, Pat Barry's always in Rose's corner.
Yes.
And as of late, he has not been, and that's the reason. It's been fucking up Rose's life, Pat. What are you doing? That's
Yeah, Rose is fighting somebody, isn't she? Who is she?
yeah. It's I don't remember. Damn, I had it for half a second there. Does she actually have a fight? Let's see.
I thought she did.
No, she does
No?
not. No.
Okay.
She fought Michelle Watterson, and they're still figuring out what to do, I guess.
Maybe that's just what I want to see.
But yeah, Pat Barry said that he was pooing out blood for like 2 years. And he was just like, it's cool. I'll just keep drinking this alcohol. I'll be fine.
Oh my god.
Addiction is weird. I can totally tell you that I can easily be addicted to anything at any amount at any time. Which luckily, my main addiction is weed, and that doesn't fuck me up all that much. So it's all good. It's all good.
I'm the exact opposite.
I can tell you if somebody gave me a lot of alcohol, that's no, because it's weird. I've had this Di Serono for like a whole year, and I never drank it, and I was just I guess I'll drink it, and I drank it. So it's weird because I'm definitely super easy to activate with addiction. I could but it's only certain things. It's weird.
Right.
Alcohol. I don't think alcohol is one of them, but that switch could flip. It could flip at one point. I got to be careful with it. Dan Hardy is going to be on the Sky Sports team for Floyd versus Connor. So if you're watching it in Europe land, you're going to be hearing Dan Hardy, which is a pretty good step up. Sky Sports, they're pretty boring. So Dan Hardy, not boring. That's all I can say about it. And then James Gallagher talking about some more Irish people here. That's what Dan Hardy is, right? Irish? Am I making that up?
English is what I want to say.
Damn it. I'm going to look this up real quick. He might be English. You might be totally right. Hardy makes sense. He is English. Damn it. Damn, he is English. Totally.
English or Welsh is the thing.
No, he's
I'm not
English.
Sure, but
he is English.
UK. I'm going blanket UK. On that,
England.
sure. So he wouldn't be Ireland unless it's Northern Ireland. But
yeah. Okay, well, James Gallagher, he is Irish.
Gallagher would definitely be.
And he will be meeting Jeremiah Labiano at Bellator Dublin. That's in... I don't even know when that is. That's a good... looking this up. Where's the date? Where is the date? November 10th.
So still a ways away.
Yeah. I don't even think there's any Bellator or anything this month. There's nothing this month.
That Conor McGregor fight is just destroying everything is going into that. Even from different
but
everything.
Like Bellator didn't have any announced fights. It's not like anything moved.
I wouldn't be too surprised if they kind of knew it was coming and just sat back.
Oh, yeah, probably.
His fight going against that is just, dude, you're stupid. You cannot.
So Conor McGregor is going to be having his open media. It's open to everybody. His workout.
Oh, okay.
Pre-fight workout is tomorrow. Floyd might be doing it right now.
Okay.
It's tonight. It's Thursday, August 10th. So yeah, if you're into that, it's on YouTube. As for MMA this weekend, the only event that I can mark that is available to anybody is Road FC 41. It's on YouTube, August 12th at 3 a.m. and that's from South Korea.
Yeah.
And I actually loved the last event that I watched. Road FC 40, I think was like 2 or 3 weeks ago. And it's so, like, the production is actually really, really good.
Yeah, you were saying that you were quite surprised because they actually had overlays and all that shit, didn't they?
Yeah. Everything. The video packages are well done. The, like the tail of the tape screen, all that is really good. No other MMA really comes close to it. Oh, well, Bellator, but Bellator's in another weird way because they have like the entrances and all that stuff. But when it comes to like the overlays, nope, no overlays.
So when like I've seen Bellator on Spike.com, but I haven't actually seen it on Spike. They don't have the overlays and all that stuff.
It's the exact same thing. The only thing you see is the clock.
Okay. That's kind of weird.
It's like old UFC overlay.
I mean, you'd think Spike or whatever would be able to fucking figure that out. Like,
you would think they know how to make a stage with pyro, but they don't know how to put an overlay that says this guy has the blue gloves
or trunks or something.
Because I want to say that they have red and green, red and blue gloves in Bellator.
Yeah. Because I think they also do that in boxing, so I think it's kind of just more of a combat sport.
I want to say Strikeforce and Bellator specifically had like the colored gloves, and they also curve the finger, so they go like more inside and they poke each other less in the eyes. But
that does have some issues when grappling, but
but you know, you give a little bit and you take a little bit.
Yeah,
the Pride gloves are pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
Which I watched a lot of Pride this week. Pride was fucking so sick. It's so fun to go back and watch those events. Because a lot of them, you're like, what? They had those dudes? Like Mac Danzig was in fucking Pride? What the fuck is going on? There's a lot of Pride and I'm just like, whoa, okay. I guess all these guys just came.
Well, like when he was in The Ultimate Fighter, everyone knew he was going to win. It was...
I suppose so.
Like everyone that was like in the house, I just knew he was going to win.
But yeah, UFC Fight Pass. It's a really good service if you have it, and if you don't, maybe consider getting a month and just watch a lot of fights. They have a cool feature where you can actually go and be like, I want to watch top performances of the night for 30 minutes. I want to watch KOs for an hour, and then you just push play, and then it just goes. Wow. So yeah, it's cool.
That's a lot better than it was when I was watching it.
Oh yeah, no, Fight Pass. The thing about Fight Pass is they launched it super early, so they were just like, yeah, here you go, guys. But since then, like the search sucked on Fight Pass at first.
Yes.
Like you typed in a fighter, and it gave you a bunch of other shit. Now you type in a fighter, and you literally get all their fighters, all their fights.
Events. I was going through all the events, but the thing is, they didn't give you. I guess, do they give you the prelims of the UFCs?
So now the thing is, you can go into the full event. So I can type in like UFC 129, and then go into the full event, and there's like markers where each fight starts, and there's also, you can just go to the bottom and click fight card, and then click the fight you want, and it just goes straight to that fight.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Or
because like I remember, like I didn't see, like I was watching through the events or whatever. I didn't see GSP until like the third or fourth fight he had, because that was the first pay-per-view fight he had.
Oh no, now you can literally,
because everything else was like before they had TV shots or whatever. So I don't like, they just weren't part of the pay-per-view.
Not like every fighter has a profile. So when you look up like George St. Pierre, you just click on him, and it literally gives all of his fights in order.
Right.
So they have his TKO fights and everything.
No, but I guess it was the way I wanted to watch it. I wanted to watch the entire night.
Yeah.
Could you watch that entire night? Or is it...
Oh, yeah, you can watch the whole event.
But what's the event?
Yeah, like you can, like the whole thing.
Because they only had the main cards. They didn't have the undercards or anything like that before.
It depends for what event, I suppose. But if they have the footage for it, they have it.
Yeah, because I went back and actually watched some of his fights. Like I watched who was he fighting? I want to say.
I like how GSP went from TKO, and then he fought in UFC for a little bit, and then he went back to TKO for one fight. That doesn't happen anymore. That's why UFC and a bunch of sports were just cooler back in the day, because a bunch of weird shit happened that doesn't happen anymore. I guess with Bellator, that stuff might happen a little bit more now, but even then.
Yeah, Parisi. Okay, that's the fight I would... Yeah, okay.
Sorry, what were you...
Karo Parisian. Was an undercard fight or something like that.
Against GSP?
So I couldn't... Yeah, so I didn't see it, but I knew it happened, but I didn't... It wasn't in the event. Like on Fight Pass, it was...
Okay, well, before we leave, I'm just gonna make sure that's there.
Yeah, because it was UFC 46. It was the one that Couture got his eye cut.
Damn.
Vitor.
Yep. Okay, I'm just gonna click George St. Pierre, and he fought Caro Parisian.
Yeah, Parisian.
Oh man, why does this give me no names?
Well, I would just go to UFC 46, and then does it give you the?
No, okay. Well, wait. I'm assuming that fight was before his BJ Penn fight.
Yes. So you even had or Josh Thompson versus France.
I do not know why shit's not loading on this. Let's see.
Hermes France. And then also had Matt Serra the same night.
Oh, hey, I have it. There you go. I'm watching it right now.
Is it that you're watching that fight or you're watching the whole event?
I don't know. I'm not the whole event, just that fight.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, that's Frank Mir versus Wes Sims. BJ Penn versus Matt Hughes. That was when BJ Penn knocked out Matt Hughes, or he knocked him out and then choked him out because he was knocked unconscious. He doesn't remember the entire thing.
No, UFC Fight Pass is cool. It's way easier to find stuff now. And the reason I couldn't find the names under the video is that was my own issue. I had ad blocker loaded and it was blocking stuff. But I saw the red shorts and I was like, oh, that's probably Caro Parisian. And I was right. All right. Oh, there you go. We discovered that. It's so easy to find fights on UFC Fight Pass now. You can literally just type in somebody's name and all of his fights show up. All of them. As long as they have the rights to them. So if you didn't find
and I
anywhere
guess that's
weird,
kind of where some of that Spike TV shit would have been weird.
No, the UFC owns all of that.
They do?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Look, because one of the pay-per-views in the U.S. Was just on Spike. Bisping versus... Oh, Lieben? Was that Bisping versus Lieben?
Chris Lieben versus Bisping. I don't know if that ever happened.
I forget, but that was somewhere in like Ireland or England, so it was on tape delay. So they were just like, I will put it on Spike. It's weird. Back in the day, right, when they had an event in Ireland, weird. They would want the Irish people to buy the pay-per-view. Wow. Weird. How does that work? Because now they're just like, who cares? We'll give it to free. We'll give it for free for these guys, but they got to stay up until 3 a.m. Even if the event is where they're at. Times have changed. Times have changed. Nobody wants to watch MMA not live anymore. All right. Well, if you're watching live, I'm sure Steiner is going to be Googling stuff and talking about it after the show.
Oh, no, he did fight Chris Lieben. Okay. In England, yeah. Birmingham.
What UFC number was that? 89?
89.
Oh, hey! My memory's okay. It's not great. It's not bad, though. It's crazy how I remember pointless shit, though. Chris Lieben versus Bisping was in England, and it was 89. Weird how I remember that. But I want to say that was like one of the first pay-per-views that I actually watched. Maybe not.
That was the main event of a pay-per-view.
Oh,
no, sorry, no, Spike.
Yeah. Well, no, it was it was technically a pay-per-view in Ireland or England.
Okay. Yeah.
But it was on tape delay here, so it wasn't live, which sucked. But hey, whatever. I watched it anyways. That's I want to say that was like after Tough 3. Tough. It was one of the first Toughs.
It was right before he fought Henderson. So it would have been